You got the Zoom link?
Let me check again.
Okay. No.
No, it didn't come through yet.
And her email is. Tell us, what's her email?
She just sent it to you. It's it is only substantial. Chi-O at gmail.com. Yeah, we gonna do the first block. Then as soon as you get in, and then we'll say the what?
I said, oh good, he's asleep.
He ain't about to be.
Oh no, he ain't asleep.
It's about that time.
There we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and.
Welcome to the Sohigho Gas Company podcast, brought to you live at the Voice of Radio studio here in beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. It's a rainy day, but it's a beautiful, beautiful day out here. As usual, we always like to thank my man EP, the Voice of Radio president, on the boards for me tonight. Always thank you to the Voice of Radio. And we kick it off here on Tuesday night with the Tuesday Power Block. I'm first up with the Sohigho Cannabis Show. And then we got Earl Porter's Hip Hop. I don't know what we gonna call it. Hip Hop
Workshop.
Hip Hop Workshop. You know, he always got good guests. Swag got to be sliding through. I be wanting to say the GDs all the time, but praise be coming through that piece. And then later on this evening at 9 o'clock, stay tuned for the hottest show in Cleveland, Hot Mess in the Evening with my man EP from Cleveland. Yeah, we got special guests tonight. We got all of the bitching I do about not having guests here, and we got 2 guests this evening, so it's very, very good. We got my girl Asia in the house, in studio with us tonight, and we gonna have a good conversation with her about some art. She's a great artist here in Cleveland. I think we've been friendly for, I don't know, about 2 years at least. I know over at the first 420 and probably before that at Deep Roots I had saw you at. I know you was in She Arts back in the day too. So I know I saw that, and I love the arts here in Cleveland. Shout out to all my Facebook people, man. I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. YouTube, do what you do, you know what I'm saying? Send me some requests. If you want to call into the show, it's 216-249 6650. See what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We do our default is we smoke too much. I'm on a little bit of sativa sugar today, so I put a little in my coffee, not even that much, but maybe I might have overdone it a little bit, but that's just what it is. Here on the Sohigho Cannabis Show, we like to talk about Marijuana Control Board was cracking down on pre-rolls, but it's kind of bogus because if they selling THCA, it is legal, still federal, but you know the office is changed. So what we are hoping for is that it still go to a class 3 scheduled drug. So hopefully eventually.
Why are they cracking down on pre-rolls?
You know, because pre-rolls it got cheap, and to me that's when people go across the border. Pre-rolls has got Garbino weed in it. They get the trim bag, and the trim bag a lot of times is just the clippings from the weed, not actually bud or shake.
It's like when you get buy the tea bags from the grocery store and it be the little shake with
Yeah,
the shake.
not the real high grade stuff. It'd be
Gotcha.
like low end, not that good stuff, and everybody is like it's garbage. So they be up there, oh, I got 10 for $20 or whatever, but it's garbage. It don't taste good at all. So that's why I think, and I think it do need to be, the real regulation is really because as we sit right now, recreational is still under the medical license. So in medical
Oh, I
license,
thought it was
no,
what?
our standards is not that. So yeah, you can be recreational and grow, and I think you could use what you want to, but no, there is no. As we sit right now, buying weed out of the dispo as a medical patient, you are not supposed to roll that cannabis up. You're not supposed to roll flower up. You're supposed to extract it, bubble hash it, do something, but you are not supposed to light flower on. You're not supposed to roll it lighted at all.
Wow.
That is the medical standard.
The more you know.
The more you know, and that's why it's a crackdown because there is not a dispensary in Ohio that you could buy a pre-roll at. Mark my words. You talking to the weed man? I'm telling you right now. You cannot buy a pre-roll in a licensed dispensary in Ohio.
Wow.
That is very. There is no such thing as that. You can get vape pens. You can buy the flower.
The vape pens are horrid.
It's very, and it's another reason for that because medical marijuana sometimes is grown for more medicinal things. So we're trying to produce other cannabinoids, maybe for sleep, maybe for hunger, maybe for different things, and that's still the same standard. Recreational, which we would almost always call marijuana, that might be the difference between cannabis and marijuana, but it's all kind of the same. That is grown for THC and maybe some flavor, so you can enjoy yourself and relax with, because you probably want the THC type medicine for yourself. So that would be the difference. And you find good ones that cross over both, but I said my people Glendale, Clutch, Buckeye Relief, but the dispos buy all of that up. The good dispos, shout out to the people up. I think Rise up in Sandusky, they always got a good bag and be having good, but they good shoppers. They go and buy Glendale's whole garden now. And Glendale's grow good because I know for a fact that they be growing, they grow, what they be growing? They grow Humboldt Seed County weed, so that's real good. So, I know we're gonna try to get Substance up here on. She's a poet out of Cleveland. Just check it with EP. You get the link up.
I got Asia connected because I'm trying to connect.
Asia, I think she on the phone. I don't know if she's still on the phone. Asia, you connected too, because we got a great. I saw not Asia, Substance. I saw Substance over at Vermont Rebus's bird a poem about cannabis that just really moved me. I mean, I really was like, man, I really answered her back in the middle of her poem like she was talking to me. That's how good a poem it was. I thought she was directly speaking to me. I was engulfed. I probably was playing a whole movie in my head.
So I just saw Substance the other day, and I was telling her, I'm like, somebody was just singing your praises. And I was like, I can't remember who it was. And I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
It was you.
Absolutely.
And that's so funny because now she's on the
That is so good. I've been trying to get her for a couple weeks. Her being popular and award-winning poet here in Cleveland, I expect her to be busy. So we're trying to get the link up to her now. We're gonna have her go on Zoom best we can. We ready? All right. I think we almost got her ready to go. And as soon as she give me the high sign. Oh, there's Asia. Hey now. Oh, Substance, I keep calling. See, this one, I'm gonna tell you what, the guests be faking me out so much that I be having a hard time sometimes. So excuse us. How you doing today, Substance?
I'm really good. How y'all doing?
We doing good. It's very good.
Hi.
See, you got a special
It was
guest.
him who was talking about you.
That's crazy.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That is so good. No, I know you got a great point. I'm so well. First, tell us a little bit about maybe why you do poetry. Introduce yourself a little bit, and maybe we could take it from there.
Okay. Well, I'm Substance, Cleveland born and raised.
Yeah.
I'm a writer, poet. I do a lot of other artistic things too. I try to stay creative to stay busy. Um, I write because I think I was chosen to. It feels like a part of my purpose, a part of why I'm here.
Mm.
And I write for myself because sometimes you get so in your head that you just gotta pick something else out. And poetry is my outlet. I rap a little bit too, but poetry will always in my heart.
I'm. You have a mastery of words, and not just that, your performance of it is really outstanding. Like I just was telling Asia that I answered you in that poem, and when you get to the part, I know exactly. I for real like, is she talking to me? That's how engulfed I was in there. I mean, I was completely taken away inside your words. That's why I was like, man, this is moving to me. And then you said you ain't had no pot. I was like, what the hell? I slid you something. And you get a special treat being on the show today. So next time you see me, just holler at me. I'm going to put it to the side for you. You gonna pull up on me then, too. So I like that poem. What is the title of that poem that you did that night?
It's a tentative title. It's honestly the first version.
No joke.
This poem that I wrote. I wrote it specifically for that set.
Get out.
Yeah, it's called Smoking Hope.
Okay. All right. I don't know if we're going to be able to play the track here. Do we got that EP, or can you maybe play it behind you?
If y'all don't have it, I can.
Well, I think if you just get that rhythm the way you did
Play
it.
behind her.
Oh, yeah, you play it behind you. I think that'll be probably the easiest. EP over here playing his numbers or something. He trying to get that draft king. You know, Cavs been winning and
I'm
shit.
sharing the show.
All right, you had a floor, and you could take it away for us. Okay, no problem. Did I go on? No, please do. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Here we go. Oh yeah. You know. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. That night was one of the best nights. If y'all never doing nothing at Dunlap's is open mic. That's where we could see. If you a poet, or artist, you want to sing, do a karaoke. If you got comedy, Ramon, the mic that never ends. Sunday nights at Dunlap's at 9 o'clock. So if you want to try your material out on a bunch of other artists, and that's the other thing that I think I want to have a passion for is to get all of the arts together. You know, the comedians kind of is separated from the rest of the artists. It seems like they just move in their whole scene. The art people move in
I
their
think
scene.
that's Cleveland in general, though. Like
Oh,
all different like genres, they kind of move on there. The artists or the
Yeah.
actors, they be with the
Yeah,
actors.
that's true.
And then,
But-
you know, the poets, most of the time. I think there's certain people, though, that can float in between
That's
because
true.
you have, like, especially if you grew up here,
Yeah.
you have different people who do different things. Like the band people,
Right.
they all know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
I agree, and I got the glue though, because this good bag of weed should be tying us together a whole lot damn more. So whenever y'all want Sohigho to show up at any event, we'll be happy to pull up and post up with a good bag.
Yeah.
We'll be kumbaya and
Come on,
eating some
good
food.
bag.
You know what I'm
Love a
saying?
good bag.
We'll meet at the Dorito Bowl in a second. We can get that together. You ready, Substance? All right, let's go. Without further ado, my poem.
guarantee nobody in this room can pedal wood better than me. I practiced for this. Lying with a group of stoners who would put you on punishment if you wrote something bad. Niggas hit the, man, who wrote this? I'm an overachiever already, and my ego quite hefty. I would roll up before the session, making sure I was ready. Niggas asking, man, why it take so long? That's none of your business.
That's it.
You saved the best for last anyway. Here, bro, get this. You know, like I know this shit ain't strong enough. This high don't last long enough to take it all away. I can feel my worries dissipate, my thoughts lost in lemon cherry vapor. I pearl once, but I switched to papers, cause I like it raw, honest, vulnerable, open. But when it all gets too much, I roll up and start choking deep in hell. Now I'm choking. We all got our vices. Help us suspend in bliss. We just using what we got, holding on to our happiness, building a tip. I've been smoking, hoping to ease the pain. Knowing damn well sitting on my ass don't do shit. I've been smoking, hoping to ease the pain. Knowing damn well my plug-in coming up for another 0.5. I was smoking, hoping to ease the pain. Knowing damn well being high don't stop me from crying. I was smoking, hoping to ease the pain. Knowing damn well it won't bring any of them back. I was smoking, hoping to ease the pain. Knowing damn well I'ma have to face this shit one day. I was smoking, hoping to make some change. Knowing damn well I can't even afford to smoke my problems away. It was my father first, it really hurt. I ain't know how to face it though. I was 13 trying to find me. I was still a baby, bro. He loved me like real deep. We ain't never get to talk about it. Couldn't tell I felt lost without him. Oh, I lost my face. That's crazy.
I blame it on the weed.
Blame it on the weed. My computer don't want to be my phone. You got something going on,
Your barrettes look like they like illuminated too.
They do. They're glowing. They're glowing.
Shit, I don't know what does that mean.
No, it's like it's just light in here.
Shout out to the lighting.
Shout out to the lighting.
Paid actors.
Okay.
It was my father first, it really hurt. I didn't know how to face it though. I was 13 trying to find me. I was still a baby, bro. He loved me like real deep. We never really got to talk about it. Couldn't tell I felt lost without him. 15, hit my first blunt, then went to school, dumb shit. 17, regular thing, giggling. It was fun, dude. 24, fell in love, we would hit the bowl, then talk shit out. Lost her, got 2 angels now. 28, we the same age. Just told her happy birthday. My cousin gone, I don't even know how to make that 3 angels now. 3 angels, wow. I was smoking, hoping. I was smoking, hoping to make something change. I was smoking, hoping to ease the pain. I was smoking, hoping to make something. I was smoking, hoping. I was smoking, hoping to ease the pain. That's that.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you, from every pothead across the planet, we relate to all kinds of parts of that thing right there. You know, it'd be a lot of great people come to this studio, and we're gonna add you to that. So as soon as we could get you into the studio, we're gonna have you come in.
Fire.
I know you have something to do at 5 o'clock, but we truly appreciate you. And as soon as I see you, I got you to the side. You know what I'm saying? A nice little love pack from the Sohigho Gas Company. Where can people reach you at on your social media platforms, and are you performing anywhere anytime soon?
I'm trying to get like some type of big boom in December. I don't know what it's gonna be.
Okay.
You got
But
it.
I want to do just like one more show to close out the year. It's been a really productive performance here, so if I could perform one more time this year, that's my goal.
You should really come by the studio. My man EP is a wizard. He's over at Voice It Radio. He's an excellent dude. I wish you would have came to the studio. I think we're gonna do some type of Voice It Radio. It's we talk about it, but we be drunk and high on Hot Mess in the Evening so damn bad. I mean, we be planning on it, but we don't ever put nothing on paper. But I know that we will have you. You are one of the best that I've seen through the studio, definitely in the poetry. I really love that. And when people see that live, I'm going to be honest with you, the little Zoom call, it has nothing on her doing this poem live with the track behind it. It is very moving. It was moving EP because he a hard ass critic. I'm gonna tell you right now, if it was booty, he would tell you it's booty, and I mean that. He'll be challenging. He'll go point for point with you right now.
He said
really
spit
like
bars.
Yeah.
Bars.
So give us your handles where we can find you at, maybe on the social media links.
Yeah, on anything you're looking for me on, it's only substantial. If you can't find me via only substantial, I'm not on that platform. Everything is only substantial. ONLYSUBSTANTIAL straight through. No breaks. All gas. Only substantial on everything.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you tuning in, and we're gonna check you out on social media. Thank you, and we're gonna see you soon, then.
Listen, thank y'all so much for having me. Thanks for listening.
Oh, nah, you don't even understand. All right, we gonna keep you to that. Thank you so much. We're gonna check you next time. All right.
Peace.
All right. I think we're gonna take a little break, or we're gonna go straight into. We're gonna take a little break here at the studio. Facebook, we're gonna keep it live. Usually, we got guests in the house tonight too. We got we ain't gonna do what we usually do, but y'all know what we usually do. We're gonna take a break, and we're gonna return here in a minute, and we're gonna talk to Asia for the next 2 blocks about what she's doing in another kind of artistry right here on the Voice of Radio, the Sohigho gas station. We'll be right back. We get like a commercial break. Usually, I'm gonna tell you what we usually do. Oh, 4 trichomes hit us up.
There are lots of choices for Medicaid plans in Ohio right now.
Hit my people up. I gotta share that link too.
CareSource. If you're a CareSource member, you already know about our great benefits.
You get the YouTube,
Provider
you
network
get
and
the
life-changing life services.
Facebook post
If
too.
you're not a CareSource member, this is your time to make the change. Over 1 million Ohio Medicaid members can't be wrong. It's your Medicaid, it's your choice. So choose the plan Ohioans trust. CareSource. Enroll now at CareSource.com.
If you need another racing attorney, there's one name you need to know.
Are we following each other on Instagram?
I'm thieving on that all the time. So that's why I get lost in the sauce. Just message me on the thieving.
Well, I'm tagging. Do you have one for the show?
This is Chanel
This
McLeod,
one?
and I'm always
Just the
tuning into
YouTube.
Voice It Radio.
Okay, I'm trying to.
Check out Lord Collins
I'm gonna
and
tag
I
you
got
on the deep one.
That's me.
Yeah.
You accept our friend request.
6 to
Oh,
7 p.m. on
okay.
Voice It Radio.
This is Al Porter Jr., president of Black on
That's
Black
the people that
Crime
watch the
Incorporated.
stream.
Okay.
Fentanyl
That's
is
the best stream,
leading
too.
Drug
Gotcha.
overdose deaths in Cuyahoga County. It is now found in powdered cocaine, crack cocaine, meth, and
Yeah, love
heroin.
it.
Any drug may contain fentanyl. If you use drugs,
Most
never
of my
use
own
alone
pictures.
and carry
Yeah,
Narcan in case of overdose.
Yeah, that's
Call
pretty
the
sweet.
Adams Board.
No, that's my fun. You're
I
funny.
know.
Oh.
I just still eating. Know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
you're funny. No, I'm not saying no.
6888. Share this message and save lives. This message brought to you by the Adams
Johnny,
Board
you
of
have-
Cuyahoga County.
What's going on? This is your brother Bashir
Okay,
Johnson. You are tuned in to VoiceItRadio.com.
You talking about the cousins?
Now, real
Oh. Oh, well, what does that entail, sir? What happens with cousins?
Talking on the phone, laughing and stuff.
Talking on the phone and laughing and stuff.
Just
Oh.
run together.
You like to laugh? I
Love
bet you do.
and the best
I'm
raw
funny as
organs
hell.
never hit your
Yeah.
taste buds.
it.
Rio's Barbecue is located at 3829
That's cool. Okay.
Lane Avenue
All right,
in
cousin.
Cleveland, Ohio. Dining,
I was
carry out,
smoking and
call
drinking and dreaming.
216-5987.
All right. Let me see.
Real smoke.
I know I want to bring up the 420 event.
Okay.
What else do y'all got at the studio? You want to talk deep roots? Well, let's talk you first. We're gonna talk you, art, you.
Alright.
Coming in now.
All right.
There you go. 5, 4, 3.
All right, welcome back to the Sohigho Gas Company. And like I said, we are so thankful and privileged to have a great Cleveland artist. If y'all don't know, if y'all want to buy, support local artists, this is a great one right here. Has our own point of view. I'm going to say, I'm in Asia. I know we've been doing a 420 over at Red Lion a long time ago. We got together, started doing them. It was an art show over there. I know she had pieces in that, and we just was talking. I know she used to do she arts, and I know I seen her over there. She's definitely down with Deep Roots, 79th and Central. If you haven't, look those guys up and support them. So I might have her introduce herself, maybe just introduce yourself and tell us like maybe some of your associations here in Cleveland, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. My name is Asia Armour. My studio is called Artimore Studio. I am a mixed media collage artist and photographer. I've been doing this particular work for, I think like 7 years now. Yeah, I started off with just the camera. It actually went from film to photography to this. And so like now I like incorporate all of
See,
them.
I didn't know that. Now, what film? Now, talk about that film part. I did not know you did.
I went to
something.
school for film.
You went to school for film? And why the hell EP back there running the board? If you doing if you
Listen, he the expert, okay?
I don't know. He smoked too much. I mean, he good when he ain't smoking, but I mean... No, I did not know that. Is there anything we can see of yours anywhere?
Ooh. A film that I helped with, a documentary, because I really was going to school specifically for documentary work and things like that. I love good documentaries.
That's true.
And so when I was in school, I interned for this space. I want to say I feel like it was forever ago, and my memory is terrible. Transition?
We call that short-term memory.
Listen, transitions, and I did like some filming with them for the White Boy documentary.
Wow.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah,
and that's a really good one.
Yeah,
you should definitely check that out. And they're great.
That is really good. Now, I know you also just yesterday. If you guys don't know and you need something to do, you are teaching an art therapy class, and we definitely used to attend drinking draws or sipping paints over at Red Lion. Yeah, Krista Freehand and I can't think of Alan. They but moderated a couple of those, and those are great. But yours, I attended yesterday, and I like the exercise of drawing and timing, and it's different. And that's gonna be this weekend at Red Lion too. This Thursday, it'll be. Hey, y'all gonna be button here. No, not really, because we could go. They don't start till 9.
Yeah,
so you could do yours to 6 days.
Come get your art therapy.
And I'm gonna tell you the difference that I liked about yesterday was the lesson and the technical part of yesterday. We went through a thing on color, and it was very informative. And me being in business and having different products, I really appreciated the colors and the emotions that was attached to the colors. It's one of those things that I remembered in marketing, but guess what? I didn't dust it off like that. So, I know what you said, like these things to draw these emotions. I absolutely cheat when I'm looking for colors. I just go look and see what the hell Nike doing, because I feel like whoever's spending the most money, that's who I'm doing.
Listen, that's not a bad idea.
See, now when you went through all of those colors and emotions and things, Like, where did you get all of that theory from? Did you learn that in film school, or is that just something you picked up along the way?
These are things that I picked up along the way.
Uh-huh.
I also really try to incorporate those thoughts into like my own brand
Yeah.
and my own creativity. So with the art therapy class, I don't really want to give people like specific things to create.
Yeah.
I really just want to give you guidance in what it is that you want to create, if that makes
Yes.
any sense.
No, it's a good teacher, and I really gleaned that by the way, you leading us to the water. You ain't making us drink it
Yeah,
all.
exactly. I'm just like, you could do whatever it is
Mhm.
that you want. I'm just giving you things to consider.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it was very good. The other great thing about that is that that's a safe space.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what that means, it usually like if you say it here, it stay there. So it's a comfortable place for you have to express yourself. Like last night, not to out nobody. Somebody had probably some real, she's very emotional, good friend. I mean, good associate, good friendish. And she had a problem, and she felt comfortable enough to really express herself. And I think the therapy of us being around and her not being alone,
Yeah.
she picked your event to get out the house.
Yeah.
And having that safe space and being open on a Monday, I really felt a spiritual elevate. It was elevated because of that. Because I felt like, oh, this is such a welcoming place. And then your teaching skills. I mean,
I
very good.
appreciate that. I really, honestly, I wanted a space and something that people felt like they could express the things that they were feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And things that I found out about myself is sometimes you want to go somewhere and you don't really want to talk.
Right.
Or sometimes you just need to go somewhere to do something else other than what you're typically doing.
There we go.
And I'm just like, no pressure, come in. I try to encourage like the journals that I gave y'all.
Yes.
Like writing
Mm-hmm.
really helps. Like sometimes your life is like a math problem, and sometimes you can't figure it out on your head. Sometimes you got to figure it out on paper.
Okay.
And so like
That's
get it out.
very
Get
good.
it out.
Now, what made you think art and therapy? Because I do Thursday night. I mean, every third Thursday because it's like
Oh, ghetto
impromptu
therapy.
group. What's it is? It's
Yeah,
group.
yeah,
I go to real group. I mean, I'm not ashamed to say that I lay
No,
on the
that's
couch.
hard.
Yeah, I
I
go to
love
real
that.
group. I go to group, and also I done attended some 12-step fellowships. So it's sort of like a group in there
Yeah,
where it's safety in numbers.
it is.
What made you combine art and therapy? Like that's the title of it. What made you do
It really was just like, it's really the goal of the class.
that? Okay.
Is for you to come and feel like you worked something out, or like whatever it is that you're going through, you're working out. If that makes any sense. Like I by no means am like a therapist in that way,
Right.
but I do know the therapeutic like benefits
Yes.
of creating something and writing things. And so like for me, all I'm doing is sharing what that has done for me to others.
That is very true. And since this is the Sohigho Cannabis Show, I will want to ask. I'm gonna tell you, for me, indica that time of night, it's after 6. I'm usually off work, so I'm trying to relax. And for me, meditation is slowing my brain down. So I definitely partake. And and it assisted me. I'm not gonna say that's for everybody. A couple people needed a cocktail or two, but for me, I like that. I wanted to know, has cannabis influenced you, or can you use that? Have you used that in your art career?
Yes.
Oh wow.
I appreciate. I personally think that marijuana has made me a better person.
See, EP will tell you he'd keep him out of jail all day long.
No, for real.
There'd be
Okay.
12 assault cases around town right now.
It has
EP.
made me a better citizen.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as far as creativity, do you find like maybe different types inspire different things from you, or is it a specific path is it like I like to be in that place and then maybe step back and maybe partake and see it from a different perspective? What kind of
I
how
like
do you
to
use it?
start I will like partake
Mhm.
and work, and I
Yeah.
think it helps me to concentrate.
Yeah.
And because of the nature of my work,
Mhm.
like I've cut a bunch of things out. Sometimes it's hard for me to sit down and concentrate on that. But if
Yeah.
I like smoke
Yeah.
or like partake, then I'm like, oh, once I get started, I'm almost in like this trance. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in it.
Right.
So yeah.
I definitely agree with that, and I'm gonna say for my benefit, make sure you see a bud tender. I normally would say that would be down the sativa side or
Yes.
in the middle of the road. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, hard sativa will put you way in your brain.
Yes.
And I think the 50-50, just being around you artists type, I promise you, have my 60%, 70% of my friends is artists. And they like 50-50 no matter what y'all say, like B16, the Runts, Strawberry Gusher, which is 50% sativa, 50% indica.
Mm-hmm.
B16 biggest hit and Red Pop was just for the creative types. Just really like that and seemed like they was inspiring on that. How deep do you have any preferences? Do you remember a specific strain maybe that you felt like, oh, this is the one. I really feel inspiring. This one is doing something for me.
I think the one that comes to mind is Blue Dream. I actually made a piece off of Blue Dream.
Oh, no joke.
And it talked about Billie Holiday and the FBI and everything that they did with her. It's just like one big nub, but it's a bunch of legs, like ladies' legs coming out of it. But it's all in blue and black. I think the other one would be Fat Bastard. Fat Bastard is really good. Like, and when you look at them,
right, some
of them will give like the description of what it is it should be used for.
Right.
I'm a big sativa person.
Yes, you are.
I have I have ADHD, so like I feel like it helps almost like hone in some of the thoughts that I'm having, So I don't know.
That is very, very good. Now, let's get back into a little bit of art. Now I know your class is at Deep Roots.
Yes.
Does Deep Root have anything? Shout out to my man Dave.
Yes.
Jet setting all around the world. I'm sure he's in Amsterdam or Geneva or somewhere with some diplomatic flags on his car. But over at Deep Roots, tell me a little bit about your association with Deep Roots.
I've been at Deep Roots since the first She Art. I met Dave let me think. I met Dave through a project. Okay. And then he was like, oh, I'm curating this show with women and I don't want to be the person to curate it, so how about you curate the show? I was like, let's do it. And that's honestly, it's been that's ever since. So,
that is really good. Is there anything besides your classes on coming up at Deep Root?
Right now, nothing I can think of right now. I think right now, working on some rebranding things.
Okay.
But yeah,
now
look for some amazing things next year.
Definitely. So I definitely see your T-shirt line and some of your other products in that line, in your merchandising line. What's some of your inspirations for for the product line?
I have like, okay, how can I put this? I love pinups. Like I'm like very retro throwback lady.
Yeah.
Like,
you do got your own
stuff. Growing up, my grandma had this book. Mind you, I don't think she probably ever read it. But she had a book about Eartha Kitt, and I have fell in love with like women of that era since then. Mm-hmm. And so if you see a lot of my work, it's a lot of throwback Hollywood divas.
Yeah.
So I've done stuff with like Nina Simone in
Absolutely.
it. Definitely a lot of Eartha Kitt. Definitely a lot of Diane Carroll.
Mhm.
Like ladies who I think paved the way for us
Right.
that we don't really like consider. Like a lot of people when you think old Hollywood, they don't think black Hollywood. They
Right.
only consider like Marilyn and
Yeah.
a bunch of these other like white ladies. And as a kid, my mother was very much on like, sorry, you're not putting that white lady face on my wall. And so I had to create things that like, you know, looked like me.
Right.
And so this is the birth of that.
I really love it because I'm sure me and EP agree that we like looking at ladies. So her art is the bomb to me. It is very.
Going to it right now.
It is very much aesthetic of a pinup girl when you mention that, and I really appreciate that more. And then adding that historical context with your own style, I really like that even more. I know at that one she art, I just couldn't afford that dang thing. I probably wanted that one. I think Dave even got that one if I'm not mistaken. That might be the one that I was.
Was it the orange one?
It was a couple that really spoke to me. And I was talking to you, and I was just like, I couldn't pull a trigger on it because I probably was fighting and probably paying the bills or something, whether splurging on some art. But no, I know we around some great artists, and it is a lot of big things. And the one thing I would talk about is the disunity in the art community, especially amongst people that's creating art for sale in the painting, the sculpture, the mural art wall, in those nonprofit spaces here in Cleveland. To me, it's disjointed and some disunity. But I also appreciate that this is a competitive field.
Yeah.
I mean, you are competing with Cedar Point, whether you know it or not, for the disposable dollar.
Yeah.
I'm all into
Absolutely.
the market. I hate to tell y'all competing with the weed man too. It might be a choice between getting a sack from me and getting your T-shirt. So we out there on the weekends beating our feet for the same nickel sometimes. I mean, so the competitiveness I understand, but then it is safety in numbers.
Yeah.
I wonder how you see the Cleveland art scene right now. That's sort of my take on it, but I would wonder how you see the Cleveland art scene right now.
How do I see the Cleveland art scene right now? It is growing.
For
and
sure.
I think that
Without a
that
doubt.
is absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Because, and maybe it was because earlier I was still trying to figure out where it was I wanted to be. But, yeah, I think that Cleveland really is in a renaissance and is making and producing like some major hitters in the art industry. I will say that given the nature of the city,
Yeah. Oh, haters number one. That's our best export is the hater.
Listen.
It's what we do.
It can be a little tumultuous to navigate, but in a real way, I don't have anything terrible to report. No, not.
I
It
be
is
throwing
not.
people straight up under the bus and
And it's not
blaming
me
it
trying
on the
to
weed. Well, that's good. I am glad about that.
It's not even me trying to be nice. And
But see, I know how nice you are because the little birdie on the wall be telling me about how y'all be putting the olive. If y'all don't know, and you don't know, Dave and Asia wrap you in with some food and great conversation, good music. They really appreciate the arts. Great ambassadors for it. And it is hard navigating friendship, this landscape.
Yeah.
And then to me, I'm a little bit, maybe a generation away from y'all. And I see, it's disheartening to me because that's the same thing we fought with.
Right.
Our egos, and we was younger and wilder and way crazier than y'all, in my opinion. And we had less wisdom to rely on. And that's the disheartening to me, is this safety in numbers.
Yeah.
I really can't stand people fighting over potential money.
I think that is. Now, if I have anything bad to say, it would be about the institution.
Oh, shit.
I would say
don't
that
own
it
them, though.
makes. No, we definitely don't. I would say it makes it hard to, how can I say this? It's almost like everybody's going for this particular pot of money.
Yeah.
And I think for me, my thought is never like, well, obviously, like I'd love to put my hat in the ring, but I
Yeah.
also know that there are other opportunities
True.
that I could be running after versus
Absolutely.
like the 75 people that are here that are running after this.
Right.
I'm like, okay, y'all got that.
Right.
Do your thing. I'm just gonna look somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I've been able to navigate happily
Mm-hmm.
because I don't feel married to like those opportunities.
Yeah.
I understand that like my opportunities are infinite.
See.
Like I don't.
There you go. No ceiling.
They're not shackled
Right.
to this city.
Yes,
so,
absolutely. No ceiling.
you know.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, they are global. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. They ain't be kicking it. I ain't gonna blow their own horn for them, but they be getting their passport book stamped. So you know what I mean. But it is important. I like to tell people here, like Cleveland is like Krypton. Until you leave that, you can't be Superman, Superwoman, super whatever you are, until you get away from the gravitational pull. And even when you leave and come back, AP will tell you. A lot of us older will tell you, like when you go visit other places and come back, then you'll appreciate the competitiveness here. And if you make it in Cleveland, I promise you can make it anywhere because it is absolutely cutthroat. It is. We are.
They don't love you until they love you somewhere else.
Look at Bone. I love giving people the Bone Thugs and Harmony example. They didn't blow up from St. Clair. They blew up from St. Clair going out to L.A. Eazy-E putting them on. Then we thought they was hot when they came back.
And let me say this, because I can't say that for myself. I can honestly say I feel appreciated by my city.
See?
I do.
But you look better than all of that stuff. That's a whole nother. You ugly like me. I don't know about that. She appreciated. Well, yeah. And they do too.
Hilarious. Y'all are so funny.
No, I can understand it. And I know why. Not just you gotta, not just your exterior. Your craft work and your art and your expression of yourself is a talent in itself, and that's drawn into people too. And if you don't know, I'm gonna say an undiscovered talent that more people need to find out about is your teaching ability. I mean, that was elevated at another level. It was well put together. It was organized. We had a purpose. We was always moving or working towards something, if not fellowshipping. And it was a great structured event. And I really appreciate that. And that's another form of artistry to me is you're not just a great artist. To teach somebody to be a better artist than you is some Jedi type shit. And I think you like, well, it is. People in this competitive field, I might not be sitting there teaching people how color schemes that they didn't think about and my painting is showing next to theirs in the gallery.
That's real.
But you know, it can be like that, you know, but you have to me, I think if you love what you're doing, the money will come to a certain extent, though.
You know what? I think my approach really is creativity and imagination. And I don't think that anybody has the same imagination that I do, which is why I'm not worried about like teaching you the things that I know because it's gonna look completely different.
Correct.
So, and not to say that that wasn't something that I considered, but it's definitely something that I felt like I didn't have to worry about.
That is so good. I think we're gonna take one break and then I'm gonna come back and I don't know. I think we're gonna give it. I'm gonna give you. We got a couple things that we're gonna get to, and then we probably gonna go get the smoking. Is what I'm gonna do. But I know, like right now, you are currently showing in the exhibition. So modest. We probably should have led the show with that. It was one of another great Cleveland artist was showing in the same building, Derek Hess, this weekend. And I'll tell you the disparity too is that not to be all in his pocket, but Derek Hess was selling $1,500 prints, and I'm trying to tell you, I saw more red dot when I was in there. It was about 20 red dots on that thing. The line was down the hall for his posters at $75 a piece. He was almost sold out of his book at $35 a piece. I'm sure his little secretary was getting something for signing because she was right there with the iPad collecting money. It was a very good, and I'm not saying that listen, Derek Hess did a wall at the Black Squirrel when Dave was like 13. He did a piece across the wall for him. He did another piece in a store we had in Kent way back. I appreciate his artistry and him coming up in Euclid Tavern. But dang, like, I mean, that right there, and I want to see more people, more diversity. You know, shout out to my man Mike Roman. If you haven't got you a Roman, that's the hottest. If you want to collect this piece right now, who's going up, you better get you a Roman, a Mike Roman. Get you a Days One, get you a Asia, get you a Soul. Get some of these Cleveland artists and support that, you know, because they really support us too. So tell us a little bit about where you're showing at, and then where we can find you at, and maybe about your art therapy and how we get signed up for that.
Sure. So I am in a few places right now. I have an exhibition in Hedge Gallery. It's for the Heart of Cleveland book.
Yes.
And so that was really cool. That opened up this weekend. My piece is called Cloudy with a Chance of Cleveland. I've always loved our Cleveland skyline. I'm a downtown city girl. Yeah. And so I was just like, you know, something that speaks to me, something that talks about like my experience. It's the city. Yeah. So I created the piece, and it's like the background is my forget-me-not motif because I work with flowers and stuff like that. And so that's that piece. I just unveiled a piece with Fairfax Neighborhood Connection and Cleveland Clinic with the what did they do? What is this price? Like revitalizing Fairfax, and so I got one of the electrical boxes, and that one is called Giving Florence Her Flowers, and it's about Florence Fairfax, the Black woman who helped create Fairfax to be what it is today. And then shout out to Karamu, who gave me the Karamu Fellowship. Wow. That was amazing. I found all of that out this year.
Let's go.
And then I'm at the airport. So if you're ever at the airport,
you kidding me?
And
Miss International. So when you be flying in and out, you be just be like,
let's
that's me. That is too cool. I did not know you was in all those places. You should toot your horn a little bit more. Don't be so modest. Well, we thank you for coming in, and I know I'm qualifying you. So if Dave don't know, he on stroll again for being my groomie. So we're gonna see how y'all do over this little bit too. That's gonna be fun. So I know I'm gonna be interacting with y'all for the next 4 months at least, while we get some things to cultivation, which
growing and glowing.
We will be having updates hopefully on the show about that. We are getting into the fall season, and I will be remiss to tell you, like I always tell you, go low and slow on those gummies. You got to be careful with the edibles. You could eat too much edibles. Keep that away from the kids. That is not for the kids. They could eat too much. Low and slow, and what I mean is low dose and take it slow. 35 to 40 minute uptake on the weed, and you have to be very careful. Dunlap's on Sunday. Our show's all over. I know Thursday we got Asia over at Deep Roots, and then we'll be over at Red Lion at 9 o'clock. Stay tuned for Al Porter's Hip Hop Show at 7 o'clock with DJ Baby Boy and some special guests. And tonight we got the hot mess in the evening. Don't worry, we got the full show. I got everybody too messed up last week. They couldn't show up. But we're going to be in the house toe up. We got Ubers on standby. It's going to be a great, great show. A lot of good. We might have some special guests, some really good TV personalities in the house. So tune in at 9 o'clock on Facebook is where you catch us the best at. Thank y'all so much on YouTube, Facebook. Thank you so much. Asia, it's been my absolute pleasure. You got any hashtags or where people can find you at?
Hashtag Artemore Studio. I'm Artemore Studio on everything. And at Asia Armor on Instagram.
All right, thank you so much. And the reason why we ain't do it like we do is because we respect the youth. We got her son in the house tonight, but we gonna get to it. We thank y'all so much. Tune in next week Tuesday, and like we always like to say, smoke weed so you don't punch somebody in the face. Peace. Y'all be good out there.
Oh, that was very,
yeah.
very cool. Thank you so much for
Oh
having
no,
me.
thank you. I should have had you on the headphone. I thought about it way too late, bro. I was like, you could have been listening to everything. You have to just sit right
Now,
there.
where's the artist?
You want to see that?
Which
Yeah.
one?
I'm gonna kick my boy. What? You just gonna call me while I'm on it, man? Lose my number, bro. Man, Sohigho.
No, to Art. Oh,
Art of More.
you work?
And AM.
Art.
Just Art of More.
Art more. Okay.
And then my first name and last name for Instagram.
I'm a
Are you free to come back tonight at 9?
I might be able to come back.
Yeah.
I might not
Let-
get exactly.
Man, between
between 9 and
We don't like
10:30.
from 9
Okay,
to
because
midnight.
I'm going to B-side tonight.
They don't
We do
leave here.
B-side. We
They
leave here to go to
B-side.
B-side.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
Yeah, we leave here and go to
Stop in here at
B-side.
9,
Okay.
and then they leave here and go to B-side.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then you support that. It's a bigger listing base, a little, a little different.
Yeah, I'll come
Bring
back.
your cocktails. It's a fun time. It definitely is a fun time, and we definitely enjoy ourselves. Definitely, well, I'm laid back, but it is a good time. So,
We know you laid back.
huh?
I said, we know you laid back.
Oh, you ain't got no choice though.